How to farm Delirium with a League starter build. To preface this video, this isn't the most optimal way to farm for maximum currency per hour, but it is the way that I personally enjoy farming Delirium the most. For those of you who are more experienced or know of a better way to implement this strategy, let me know in the comments section below. So now that the League has finally grown stale after about 2 months and I've gotten quite bored from playing a singular build from League start to level 99, it is time for me to start making videos about PoE again. The build that you see before you is an explosive arrow champion that I've put together after following Zizaran's guide as a template for my League starter. Now the strategy that I've grown to enjoy farming the most during this League is a variation of Delirium orb farming that takes advantage of the Wandering Path keystone. Since the notable passives for Delirium aren't especially powerful when considering the opportunity cost of Wandering Path, such as over-sustaining maps or significantly increased chance of encountering a Delirium mirror, the Wandering Path and Stream of Consciousness approach was the strategy that I decided to take. At the time of this recording, Delirium orbs sold for 10 chaos each, with Skittering and Diviner's orbs selling for up to 30 chaos each. As far as I've seen, I've typically been able to drop between 1 to 2 Delirium orbs per mirror encountered, with the occasional map that would drop only splinters. For simulacrums, these sold for 60 chaos each at the time of this video, and for every mirror I encountered, I dropped on average about 30 to 50 splinters per mirror. Aside from investing points in as many Delirium passives on the tree as I felt was needed, I also ran Wrath of the Cosmos with the nearby Exarch influence nodes as another way to increase the yield of this strategy. The extra mob packs would increase the rewards given from completing a Delirium encounter, and the additional shrine spawn also bought in a consistent source of currency as well. The next thing I decided to allocate my passive points into was all of the item quantity, rarity, and map modifier effect nodes. Since running Wandering Path meant that I doubled the effect of these smaller nodes, the value that I got out of running these nodes on the tree was significantly greater in terms of improving loot drops. And with the remaining Atlas points that I had, these were, for the most part, experimental since I wanted to test whether I enjoyed running Ritual more, or Legion, Expedition, or any other encounter that you could kinda stack on top of Delirium. As far as this additional layer goes, I think I personally enjoyed running Expedition or Ritual the most. Since for Expedition, you could run the Extreme Archaeology keystone, and for Ritual, these encounters would effectively stop the Delirium timer, while simultaneously giving more mobs to slay within the fog. I've heard good things about Legion since the incubators actually significantly improved the returns from high mob density farming, but for me personally, I didn't really like dealing with the inventory space that incubators consumed. As for running Breach, this mechanic increased the average splinter drop rate for me from about 30 to 50 splinters per map up to about 50 to 70 splinters per map. And even though Breach does offer a smoother mapping experience than the other aforementioned mechanics, it does happen to be the case that I didn't really enjoy running this mechanic either. As an additional side note, I also sold all my logbooks for Tujin and Danik for around, I think, 30 to 45 chaos each, depending on which logbook I was selling. And any other over-sustained maps I had in my stash were sold for 5 chaos each in bulk. The maps that I favorited on my Atlas were Beach and Strand, since Strand was very long and linear, and Beach had a decent chance to drop the Divine Orb Divination card. So that's all for this video. If you want to support my content, be sure to check out my second channel where I'll address any thoughts, questions, or suggestions that you guys left for me directly from the comments section below. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you all next time.